G'day, guys. How are we? Sorry about the delay there for an hour. So we had a couple of technical difficulties, but we are now live. We are joined with Stephen and, of course, the smiling assassin on the other side of me.
That's right. I'm also I'm live on StreamYard. I'm also now live on my Instagram. So if anybody's watching on Instagram, if you want to watch the live stream announcement on StreamYard, then go to the link in my page on my bio, and then I'm going to try and navigate between chatting with you guys and with everyone here. So hello to everybody on my Instagram. It's great to have you all here. Let's do this. How are we, guys?
I know this is fun. I've never gone live in so many places at once. Like, you know, I'm looking at you here. I'm looking at you there. It's all fun and games. But super excited.
I figured out how to add you. Hold on. Go live with, there we go, comics to movies and add. Now you have to accept, and then we go live. Hold on.
While you're doing all this, hi to the chat. You guys are amazing. It's going crazy there. It's, look, the comments, just keep saying hi. Just let you guys know, Dan can't see the comments. Unfortunately, we probably can't get to every single comment, but it's all there, and it's really great to see everybody say hello.
Yes, hello everybody. Thank you all for being here. All the multiple live things, like all kind of weird stuff. So, you know, be prepared. But hello to everybody. Then you've got people from Spain. We've got people from Belfast, Canada, all over the place. It's so good that you're here. Thank you very much for being a part of this. So let's go with it. Let's have some fun and just, you know, go. Yeah, Shaun, go for it.
Super excited. So if people don't know myself, my name is Shaun Keenan. I run a graphic novel publishing company from Australia called Comics to Movies. Dan and I have met at a few different Spartacus conventions, because one of the comic books or graphic novels that I do is based around Spartacus. So after several discussions, Dan and I decided to work together, including Stephen, who's a writer on several of my projects with Comics to Movies. And we're here to announce that with a great idea from Dan that's come straight out of his crazy mind, if people know him.
It's a bit messed up in there.
We are going to do a cyberpunk crime dystopian graphic novel called Fractured Shards. So, Dan, what kind of made you think of this idea?
Well, so I've always wanted to spread my wings into you know, various other medias and forms of media and things like that. And like, I became friends with you, Shaun, obviously through the convention circuit, and I'd read your comics on like Spartacus and which was influenced by Spartacus and things like that. And I just thought, what the hell? Why not? I've had these ideas bouncing around in my head, either it be for a television show or a movie or anything of that nature. And I pitched it to you, and you really liked the essence of what I was going for. And we kind of like evolved from there. So here we are. We're in the process of, you know, making a graphic novel series.
And it's been kind of crazy because we actually discussed this when I was looking back through all my documents almost 2 years ago. Like, I can't believe that's how long we've kind of, you know, had this idea kind of, you know, rolling around in there. Because with what's it called, Keanu Reeves launching his massive one on Kickstarter, a lot of people go, oh, you know, you're copying him. But no, we've actually had this idea in the works for 2 years, and super excited that we're actually moving forward with this. So what about the graphic novel medium made you kind of decide to go down that avenue and not do this straight into a TV series or as a pitch like that?
Well, I kind of feel, I mean, you see all these really good graphic novel adaptations, and I just like there is just an amazing group of fans out there that love this kind of stuff. And like, I just kind of feel that the graphic novel, you can kind of do whatever you want. You're not beholden to any like studios or, like apart from your creative team, there's no outside influence kind of going, no, you can't do this. You have to do this. You have to do this. And I just think it's an excellent way to kind of just get the fucked up shit in my head onto the page. And I just think it's really, really exciting, especially after discussing with you guys, and you've got a history of this, and I just think it's really, really awesome. And that's why I decided to go with you guys, and that's why I wanted to go down this avenue. And it's something I haven't done before, and I want to go with things that I haven't done before, and expand my skills, expand my range, and that's why I went with you guys. So yeah. Yes.
Awesome. And Stephen, we've always worked together, and you've been highly successful on Kickstarter. So you were the one that broached the idea of using Kickstarter as the platform to kind of get this graphic novel off the ground. Why do you think Kickstarter is a good medium, and can you explain what Kickstarter is for those people that have never used it before?
Okay, so look, Kickstarter is a huge medium. So like Shaun mentioned, even Keanu Reeves is on Kickstarter now. So it's everybody. Basically, what you do is we put forward a concept. And in this case, we put forward Dan's idea. Once the concept takes off, basically anybody who's interested can say, look, I want to pitch for a reward, like a actual printed copy, or maybe an autograph from Dan, or whatever it is. You can basically say, hey, look, we're chipping into this to this crowdfunding campaign. After the crowdfunding campaign has completed, we basically build and ship out all the books from Dan's mind. So it's very, very exciting. And the one thing about the project is it's a huge launch. You can see all the support, you can see all the stuff happening all at the same time. It's a lot of fun, and eventually all these books will get distributed down the track. But even the books do get distributed down the track. Guess what? This is your one chance to get autographs, the one chance to get stuff from Dan that you will never get a chance to get. So really excited about it.
I'm just going to quickly say hello to everybody that's following on Instagram. I know I'm a little bit boring because you're just watching me talk to just. But hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on Instagram Live. As soon as I finish chatting with these guys, I'll come to you and I'll have a chat, and questions and all that sort of stuff. I promise you. So just bear with me while I do this live. And yeah, so just bear with me. But thank you very much for watching me just watch a computer screen. It's greatly appreciated.
I guess what we want to say is thank you for everyone coming on. We wanted to kind of announce this to all you guys in as many different mediums as we could. So we thought we would do live on Instagram, live on YouTube. We're going live to my Facebook page, as well as we're going live to Dan's page. So wherever you are, thank you very much. We can see all your comments that you're leaving. So if you have some questions around the project, once we show you a little bit more, drop those questions in the chat, and we will be able to answer some of those if we've got time. So yeah.
Do you want to leave the live Instagram, and then you can come back online when we finish this, because it's just echoing and it's probably annoying as shit.
Okay, that sounds good. Let me. Yeah. Peace out, guys. We'll come back soon.
Yes, I'll be here. So you hang up. All right. So it's just me. So hopefully it's not echoing at all. So I'm sorry about that. I've never done this before. I promise you that when we finish chatting, all that sort of stuff. But to all the people on Instagram, what I've announced is we're doing a graphic novel, a cyberpunk kind of dystopian future graphic novel. And when I finish doing the live announcement on the StreamYard, then I'll come back and have a chat with you guys. So I'm sorry that was all echoey. I don't know what I'm doing. So bear with me. And you can now watch me look at a screen. as entertaining as that is.
I do love this. We've got Sabrina has said, I thought I was the only one watching from Instagram and YouTube at the same time. So thank you very much, Sabrina.
Yes, we love you, Sabrina. Thank you so much.
So what I thought I'd do is I'll bring up some images that are first of yourself, and people might have seen this on your Instagram and Facebook page, which is the idea of the character that we're looking at creating, and then we can talk from there. So this is what you sent through to us, saying, what you want the character to kind of look like and everything. So where did you kind of get the idea behind the main character and the look and feel you wanted him to kind of have?
I've always seen a billboard with me on it. Like, standing there just like with a gun or something, just kind of something badass. And I was like, this is kind of what I want, like dystopian, kind of Blade Runner-ish kind of thing. I had a really short shaved head at that particular time. I was like, hey, here, let's take the photo. The red was kind of just the color that we had on the lights at that particular point in time. So that's the photos that I took, and I sent it in. I took a variation, like a number of them, and then you guys picked which one you thought was the most appropriate. That's the most appropriate, and as you'll see, we'll continue on with what I look like in cartoon form.
Yeah, so I think from a design perspective, Stephen does do a lot of our designing and mocking up of covers and everything like that. And I guess the next stage or process for us is to get that image that you provided to us and see what it looks like as a cover. So this is what you designed up, Stephen, in regards to what the comic cover would kind of look like. So it's got all the creators up the top, the title, and then what we call a log line or a hook type of thing. So what's your process, Stephen, in doing or setting up this type of design?
Oh no, I love this actually. I actually really liked how this one came out. There's actually a lot of different comic covers which use cosplay characters and stuff like that. So this one's actually amazing because it's not a cosplay. It's actually Dan. So.
It's my clothes and a borrowed tie.
And a borrowed tie. I love that.
Oh no, yeah, I loved it. I loved how it turned out. It's very. I like it because it's also kind of movie posterish. You have the the headliner acts, then you have the name, but the whole point about it is it's the first of many. So, and we'll get into a little bit of the story further on. But Dan has actually a great idea of how the story progresses, and there was no way we want to cram it in the first volume. So we're looking like this, like a TV series where every volume is almost like an episode that that keeps developing. There's going to be like a story of the week where each volume is its own self-contained story. But man, there's so many good mysteries and so many plot lines in there that we want to develop.
Yeah, and also, like, one of the ideas was like that something like this could very easily be transferred into the TV medium or the film medium or something along those lines. So yeah, just thinking ahead.
So what's interesting,
so Netflix, if Netflix is listening, Netflix,
Netflix, that's it.
I'm sure. Yeah, Netflix is looking at our live stream right now.
That's it. Amazon Prime. Look, I'm not going to just pigeonhole myself. Hey You, Hulu. Look, seriously, right? But it wasn't until you sent this, Stephen, that I actually, when I looked at it, went, that could be a variant cover or a cover for the graphic novel by itself, let alone going into the creation, which I'll pull up in a second. When I saw that, I was like, that's just a really cool image and cover of a comic. Like you said, if people don't know, there has been a lot of covers with cosplayers and different characters using photos. So this was really cool to kind of mock up and design. So the character is based on Dan, and we went back to an Italian artist that I'd spoken with over Facebook. So Riccardo Facchini, probably not going to pronounce that correctly, but he's the artist on the series. So we went to him and asked him for a design up of Dan looking like this character, and this is what he has come up with. So,
do we have the photo?
Now, how cool is that?
So this is the first stage.
Yes,
I think I wanted more of a beard, I think, or something along those lines.
Yes. So what was it, Dan, like to kind of get I guess people have done fan art of your your Agron character out of Spartacus and everything, but what was it like to have a character designed up and sent to you and gone, this is you plus a character that you created, type of thing?
It's cool. I've never had anything like, obviously, graphic novel wise. I've had some great fan fiction kind of drawings and things like that, and it's just cool. It's just cool to see it come to life. It's cool to see an artist's representation of what I was looking for. I definitely look angrier in the cartoon. As far as I'm aware, I'm gonna quickly show Instagram people. That's me as a cartoon graphic novel. I'm hoping you're getting it. So that's what I'm going to be like. The initial stages of the graphic novel that we are doing. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment for people who have just come up on Instagram Live and don't know what the hell I'm talking about and why I'm looking up. Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. And it was just awesome to see the different stages come through.
So I'm guessing let's actually show everyone the final products. Now, this is just going to be a sneak peek. We're not going to show you the whole cover, but this is the banner image that we've designed up for the
Kickstarter.
Jeez, I couldn't even think of the word then. So now
Zeppa's asleep.
Yes, well, it's Father's Day here, so happy Father's Day to everyone in Australia. So, but this is the image that we've got. So, as Dan said, he wanted more of a beard, so we gave him more of a beard. But he's a very angry fellow in this. So. It's super exciting, and again, Stephen mocked these images up that we use for Kickstarter, for promotional purposes, and everything like that. So we will let people know now that you can sign up to be notified of the Kickstarter launch. You can either we'll pop a link in the comments in a sec, but you can also go on Dan's Facebook page. There is a sign up button on his page, and that will take you directly through to the Kickstarter. Now, if no one's got a Kickstarter account, you can create an account by using your Apple or Facebook account. If not, you can just sign up by using your email address, and we'll show you how to do that in a sec. But Dan, what did you think when you got this back and we went, okay, this is what the image is going to kind of look like, this is what the title is going to look like, and then your name nice and bold up there with no other names next to it?
It's awesome. It's cool. It's really awesome seeing other people's skills, and then I just happen to be like a part of it. I loved how they made the light fractures within the body and like the background, and it just looks really cool. And it's one of my favorite things is seeing something slowly come into fruition. Like this stage was done, and that stage is done, and that stage is done, and I just think it's super awesome. And I'm very excited for where this is going to go. So I'm really happy about that.
So do you want to let the guys?
Oh, sorry. I'm just going to mention, I put the link in the comments on YouTube. So if anybody's watching from YouTube, check the chat. There's a link to the Kickstarter sign-up page in the YouTube comments. And if I can do this, I want to embarrass Dan a little bit because I never knew this about him. When we were talking about building the story, I had no idea how much he loves science. It baffled me. It was like,
I mean, I do, but not the level that you just built me up to be.
I'm going to disagree there and agree with you, Stephen, because I felt very left out of the conversation between you two when you were talking about quantum physics and quantum proportions and all this type of stuff. I was like, what the hell are these guys going on about?
I know. So when we were, so everybody is listening, when we were workshopping the story, so part of the story, it's cyberpunk, so set in the future, but there's a lot of different quantum or time elements in it. And now when we were talking to Dan about how that all interacts, Dan was going, oh yeah, quantum entanglement, yep, you have to put that in because that's how the photons react to each other. And we were like, okay, sure. But it was amazing. So I'm sorry, Dan, your secret's out.
Do not ask me for actual like quantum theory or anything of that nature. My theory kind of vague, but it was enough for me to go, yeah, let's put that into a graphic novel, and we can kind of like get away with it enough that people will go, okay, I believe that. That's fine.
So has this type of story, as I said, we had spoken about this almost 2 years ago. So is this something that has been like burning in the back of your brain that you kind of have wanted to tell in some sort of format for some time? So
yeah, like, I mean, I haven't, like, it hasn't been like every day going, it's just, I will come up with all these ideas and I'll mull them over in my head, and then I'll just kind of let them go. And then you guys came along and it presented me with an opportunity. And just of lately, I'm basically like, fuck it, let's do some stuff. I want to do this, I want to do that, and just kind of go for it. And so, like, I took a little bit of this idea that I had from something else and a little bit of this from I had something else, and came to you with it. And now we'll just let it grow and plant it and seeds and all that sort of fun stuff and let it evolve. So, you know, it's just the Instagram people, they're probably bored out of their mind. I've had no idea what's going on.
Because they can't see anything. Yeah, we do apologize, but we do thank all the Instagram live followers for coming on, and we'll jump over there and give them a bit of a background on what we're going through as well. So I'm just going to pull up the Kickstarter image. So that's the link that we've put into the chat. So if you have not backed a Kickstarter before, you might not have an account, but what we need everyone to do is click this notify me on launch. So that lets you guys know when we go live and the Kickstarter goes live. So if you've got an account for me, it will come up with my email address and password so I can log in straight away. But if you don't have one, all you need to do is click the button which is sign up down there, and we'll just ask you for your name, your email address, and a password. Then you can select to be notified on different projects or not, and then just hit create account. So it's nice and simple, really easy. The main reason we do these type of things is to see how many people are interested in the project, to make sure that we've got a large enough audience, and to also keep you guys in the loop of what the creation of the series is and everything like that. So Dan, did you want to let them know when they can expect to see this on Kickstarter? Or
I believe it's sometime in December, like maybe around December 15th. Or that's the dates that we're going with. So in a couple of months' time, we've got a few things we'll get all sorted, and then we'll launch in December, and we'll get this baby going. That's what we're gonna do.
So that would be a good Christmas present for everyone. So again, if you're not sure how Kickstarter works, you won't get the book straight away. So the campaign runs for about 24 to 30 days, and then the fulfillment and creation of the project is another month or two after that. So we are looking at that December launch between the 1st and the 15th. Once we've got a locked in date, we might come on and do another one of these type of things in regards to the launch. So what we'll do is we'll before we go over to the live stream on Instagram, we'll throw it out to the audience and all the people that are here if they've got any questions that they want to quickly ask, so that we can answer those if you've got them. Is there anything in the chat, Stephen?
I think you've answered Maura's one, which is basically, do you have a launch date? And we've discussed that.
Yeah, so around about 15.
Yep.
Yeah, and in like I think as Shaun said, like from the 1st to the 15th of December, kind of around about that time. Kay Lawrence, looking forward to this as a fan, sci-fi crime writer. Well, we all hope that we entertain you and that we make you proud, seeing how you are a sci-fi and a crime writer as well. So hopefully we tickle your fancy, as they say.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that we really want to, let people know is that we believe that this is a really good story in itself. That's the reason why we're creating this. It's not just for the sake of creating something. That it's a really good, strong story that will intrigue people, that will keep people, guessing, and is a little bit messed up as well, type of thing. So. You were saying that this will probably be more for a mature audience, don't you think?
Yes,
Dan, with what's coming out of your mind.
I'm not dilly dallying, as they say. I want to go, like, if I have something kind of heavy in my mind, I want to go for it. So it's going to be for mature audiences.
And I think that's, again, you touched on before in regards to, this type of medium allows you to do that without any type of restrictions. You're able to kind of go as hard as you want or as soft as you want type of thing. So I'm really excited. I've never done something also in this type of genre. So that cyberpunk, everything. I know, Stephen, you're excited to kind of tackle this universe as well. So that's super exciting. So
me too, because I've never done this. So you guys are like, you're kind of like holding my hand in all this, and I'm just coming out with bullshit out of my head.
Oh, look, I'll spoil one of the basically the taglines for all this. So it's so what Dan's basic idea is there is this. He's basically a cop in the future, but what seems to happen is on certain moments or certain points where something very horrific happens, the moment can fracture. So we're talking about a bit of quantum physics, about how things break apart on the quantum level. Something so horrific has happened that multiple universes or multiple timelines split out from there. And so the whole concept is this cop, or Dan's character, can be able to kind of navigate through all these different possibilities in trying to solve all these really, really horrific crimes. And of course, there's a dark cabal. There's a whole bunch of really interesting characters who basically want to play around. And guess what? It's still a crime book, but man, the mysteries that we get to dig into, look, I don't want to spoil too much, but man, it's so exciting to workshop it with Dan to bring all these things to life.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, it's going to be a challenge. Like, you're really coming up with some like compelling storylines and things like that. But I think between the three of us, we're going to have some really cool stuff. You said some ideas come from Blade Runner. Are your thoughts more of showing the grittier side of the futuristic world? Absolutely. I mean, Blade Runner is pretty gritty as it is. So we'll go gritty and we'll make it as awesome as we possibly can. Or this, basically, I think a story that we would love to read. I think that's the most important thing, and then hopefully other people will, join that as well.
Yeah.
Just so you guys have no idea what I'm doing.
Now, this is a good one. I'd asked that you had thought about this for some time.
Yep.
Now, how did this actual idea come about? Like, what did you stumble upon, or what was the inspiration behind this story that you were kind of thinking about?
My light bulb moment. Geez, because I've had it for a while. I'm trying to think. I've always wanted to play a cop. I've always loved the darker side of things in regards to what I watch and stuff like that. And so, and just recently I started getting into just, reading about infinite time and space and quantum theory and stuff like that. And I just thought I'd amalgamate the kind of two. And I for the longest time, I did have a story in my mind about a dystopian future where a cop was able to, see certain things. And then but then I didn't have the quantum element behind it of okay, how does that make sense? Because you've got so many movies and TV shows where, a police officer or a detective has like a sixth sense or something like that, can kind of see things. And so I wanted to a more, I guess, scientific way of explaining what's happened. And also as well with the character, he doesn't know why this is happening. And so that's kind of how it started. And that started years ago. It maybe way longer than 2 years, the actual story. I think I told you about it.
Yes. Yeah.
But I just had all these ideas. What would I like to see in a movie? What would be cool in a movie? What would be cool in a movie? And it just kind of grew from there. And now I'm using this avenue to express that. So,
yeah. I've got a really good question here from Sazigal. Any chance of any other Spartacus characters doing cameos in the graphic novel? And of course, they've pointed out Nick Tarabay as one of the characters. So,
yeah, maybe. I mean, I
hadn't thought about that, but I think
I hadn't thought about that either. But I guess the fact that we can kind of do whatever the hell we want, why not? Yeah, we're not limited to anything. We can do whatever we want to, and if we decide that that's a cool way to kind of go down, we will. So I'd have to ask Nick.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with these type of things. We need to get permission to do anything like that type of stuff. If people don't know the publishing realm, if you're going to use someone's image or likeness, you do need to get their permission to do so. But also, if it fits the character, I think that's a great idea. But we wouldn't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. But if we have a character that we're like, oh my god, that reminds us of Nick or looks like Nick or any of the other amazing characters in Spartacus, well then I think that's a cool and option that we might be able to explore, especially because you're pretty close with all of the cast still.
I'm sure they have no problems me stealing their image without telling you.
We'll ask nicely though.
We'll ask nicely. Hey, Christy. I see a really kind of cool question there from Phoebe Graves. I love this idea. You mentioned it being a dystopian timeline. What's your ideas for what has happened to make it dystopian? I haven't really thought too much about that. Like initially in my mind, it was obviously the typical dystopian where things are just shit, Maze Runner shit, that kind of stuff. But who knows? Like we don't know specifically which direction we would love to go in, but it might be a nice amalgamation of Demolition Man future. You know how everything's all super happy. You can't do this, you can't do that, blah blah blah. And then there's a darker underbelly. Or we could just go with just full dark or full Demolition Man kind of thing. But I think a nice mix of both. Like you've got this group of people, maybe people who are super wealthy have to live within this kind of particular kind of idea, or going on, the political climate at the moment, it's fractured. And so this group of people lives like this group of people lives like that. and then maybe they intertwine or they've got connections with each other and stuff like that, even though they might do it illegally or something like that. So there's plenty of ideas going on in my head. Yeah.
I think sometimes the good thing about the introduction of the story is you can leave some mystery there behind it, so you can drop some hints and like little sneak peeks into those type of things. But we don't want to just come out and explain absolutely everything straight off the bat, because this is a crime gritty story, so there's going to be that little intrigue and conspiracy and leading up to a bigger story. So which is good. Look at this, Dan.
Thanks, Mom. Very proud of you too, Mom. Thank you for being my biggest supporters. I love you all very, very much. So thank you very much for being a part of this and watching. And
that's amazing. She's so good that she's been able to comment on Facebook and everything. My mum shared one of my posts the other day for the very first time, and I was like, wow, Mum, thank you so much. Like, she hadn't done any of that type of stuff before, so.
I'm quite good at it now. So at first it was like, what? And I'd get a message from her to be like, I just did a little bubble kind of there for like 20 minutes, and it's like, hey, Dan. Love you, Mom. Sorry.
Okay, well,
the comments are going crazy from
if we're winding up here, like everybody on there, if you wanted to come over to my live Instagram, and Shaun's going to join me, and we'll continue on the conversation on there. Like if you do that, if that works for you guys.
I'm jumping up, but look, thank you so much for bringing me on.
Thank you
Thank you so much for letting me work with you in this story. Like I love the plot. I love the ideas.
I have you guys to thank, because you're doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and I just kind of like what about this? So yeah, thanks very much, guys. It's awesome. I'm really looking forward to working with you all.
No problems. Have fun on Instagram, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself, man. Have a good one. Okay. Happy fun.
Hey, mate. Now, just before we jump across for everyone else that is on there, we also do have a Fractured Shards Facebook page. So I'm going to chuck that up in the links as well. So we will be posting some like behind the scenes concept images, or pretty much everything that we've shown today up on that page as well. So if you want to give the page a like, that would be also fantastic. So, but thank you again for joining us. Thank you very much for your time, Dan. I'm also super excited to be working with you, and we'll jump across to Instagram Live. So if anyone wants to come and ask some questions and speak to us over there, we will be over there.
Yeah, so come along Instagram, the Dan Feuerriegel, and we'll continue the conversation here. Thanks, everybody.